Hey everybody, what's happening? Welcome to Rapid Unscheduled Discussions. I am, of course, Daryl Sausse. I'm the one driving tonight, not Seth, so the show should run a lot smoother.
Look, Mom, no hands.
Speaking of
Look,
which,
Mom,
joining
no
me
hands.
is
Look, Mom, no hands.
Seth.
High
Say hi,
five.
Seth. No.
I can do it. I'm Seth, everybody. Welcome to episode 41 of Rapid Unscheduled Discussion.
Yeah, it's 41.
With us, yeah, 41. We're almost to the dreaded 44. I wonder if 44 will launch before we stream 44. With us this week, too soon, sorry. With us this week is of course, the awesomely talented, younger Space Fabio, Derek Wise.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for bringing your luscious hair.
That's it. That's the thing. It's Space Fabio.
That's the only reason why we
Anytime.
brought him on. That's the only thing. We just want the hair. That's all.
That's fair. Understandable.
Any reason why you have? Why did you decide to grow your hair out long? We gotta ask.
You're
hair
starting with
questions.
some really deep questions. All right. So
There was no segue for that.
no, I've grown my hair out a long time. Like the last time I got like an actual haircut was like sophomore year in high school, and then I've had it like trimmed since then. But yeah, I mean I've grown out my hair. You should see my little brother. He has some pretty long hair.
Dude, I had the longest my hair ever went was like down to like here, like it covered my eyes. That was it. The bangs covered my eyes. I had, like,
Emo haircut, like
yeah, I had to, like.
Oh,
shave
yeah.
it. Well, it was also curly, so it wasn't really that.
okay.
Yeah. So my hair gets curly when it gets long, but it was all curls just up to here, but you pull it down and went to here, and it was terrible to play football in. So I just buzzed it.
All right. Yeah, wind at launches, it can be a
Daryl,
lot
are
to
you
deal with.
talking?
But
You might be muted. Can't hear you.
I just turned it down because it was picking up y'all.
Yeah. we can't
I cannot hear you,
That's
Daryl.
awesome.
What?
You hear you?
Say that like it's a bad thing.
No, can't hear you.
No.
That
Whatever
might
you
help.
switch files.
That might help.
Hey,
Okay.
let's go. I love you, Daryl. That's awesome.
Sure.
So, Daryl, how was your last 2 weeks? How's Thanksgiving? We didn't have a show last week.
No, we
So,
didn't.
everyone, how's Thanksgiving?
I played video games all day.
I almost spit. Derek, how was video games? I mean, how was Thanksgiving?
Oh, Thanksgiving was actually really good. I had great dinner. Like it was fantastic.
Papa John's?
No. I had a great Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, obviously, I am not at my normal place. So I've been up in Wisconsin for about almost over a week. So staying safe, just the three of us. It's all good. Don't worry. I'm a loner. I don't go out anywhere. So That's why it's good.
Looking for him right now. I don't blame you either. that's the great thing.
Oh,
about
yeah.
being home for a while is.
Well, we actually had Papa John's tonight. So
I did that for lunch
But-
today too, while I was building boxes.
oh, how's the boxes going?
Oh,
That looked.
Hold up. All right, just
They
so
look
I-
interesting, all right.
Just so
Yeah, it
I
looks
don't-
great.
Hold on, just so I don't mess up the stream, I'm gonna send it to one of y'all on Twitter.
Instead of the
I'm gonna send it to Derek because we already tested this out.
Okay.
yeah, I have one screen right now. It's not gonna work out well. But
Yeah, I've got dual monitors, so.
And no, let's not send that one. Yeah.
Yeah, send that one.
We'll just stick with that one. I guess we'll.
Whatever one you don't want to send that one. That's the one we always get to show.
No, I know better. I've learned my lesson. That's the 95% completed version of my camera boxes to be left at the pad.
Please tell me you're gonna keep the flags up.
Oh, of course.
Good.
I just have a question, Daryl. How will you change the batteries?
Take it out, unscrew it from underneath, and lift it up and do the battery.
And all right,
Seth, show us a picture of your box.
I don't have a box. Bags. I'm from the land of bags.
Right, exactly. It's a work in progress. These are gonna have to do for CRS 21 next Saturday, or this Saturday, I should say. But future iterations, I'm actually not gonna have it come completely over the top to open. I'm going to split it at the top and have it kind of like wing out to the sides.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Interesting.
Then I was thinking, since Seth was saying something about the battery, I want to have a
Yeah, you
trap door
definitely.
underneath to get to it.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to figure out on my box is how to
Yeah.
do battery swap as quickly as possible. But I have another question for you.
Yes.
Are you gonna stick your head inside the mailbox to viewfind it too?
It doesn't fit. That's one of the things I've tested out is I can see into it very clearly. Like once I have
Yeah.
the thing closed,
I just
it's really dark in there, so it's real easy to see the viewfinder.
Yeah,
I just really,
you can just do like a live view and use some magnification, get it nice and focused.
Yep.
You got the
Yeah.
water sealing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
and
just
it's
was really
for it.
hoping. I was just really hoping for a text to the Space Sport group chat of just like, "Hey guys, if someone called 911, my head's stuck in a mailbox."
Oh, if I was calling 911 for anything, it would be because I sliced my damn hand open working with sheet metal.
And not wearing a mask while
Not
doing it.
wearing a mask. Yeah. I mean, everyone has
terrible.
so many, and you made the choice not to wear one.
I have new masks. My mom made me masks. Oh, I'm so happy.
Yes, I didn't wear a mask while cutting sheet metal. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Just a little bit of blood. It's fine. Just a little bit of blood. It's all good. It's all good.
Why are my boogers like gray and black?
Why does it hurt when I cough? Why does it hurt when I breathe? Why is there blood everywhere?
Speaking of CRS 21, yes, that's the big one that's coming up this weekend, and as a lot of people are just now finding out, it looks like the next batch of CRS missions are not going to be RTLS.
Nope. I found that out on Declan's Discord. Someone tweeted, someone shared on the tweet with the ranges, and I'm like, oh, it's drone shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
well, poor Daryl. At first one, as soon as I saw them, I'm like, oh, I gotta tell Daryl he's gonna be pissed.
I was. But
Because you were just like all super excited about 21. Man, imagine if I could make it the 108 and then you get the 21, and I just would have never told you about the drone shit.
You already gave up on 108.
Yeah, I already did. That one's just like getting pushed back too far out and can't plan. So
I need it to happen in the month of December, otherwise I'm screwed too.
I'm really hoping it happens soon. I'm holding out for the date. I want to go visit my family for Christmas, and it's like I'm still here. I do not want to miss 108. Like I want to be here, and I want to be here for a return of the booster for CRS 21.
There are not enough RTLSs.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not enough. Like I luckily got to be there for Salcom 1B, which was great.
That was amazing.
I mean, my photos were trash, but that was probably one of my favorite launches.
My content was not the greatest from that.
I am so salty because I think I've said this like 3 times now. The booster returned that, from my point of view, through the middle of the 2 Blackhawks that do the range, and both the rocket and the helicopters were out of focus.
Oh man!
So like there was like nothing there. It's just an out of focus photo. Like if it would have been if the helicopters, the Blackhawks would have been in focus, that would have been sick. But like, nope.
Man.
Yeah, focusing on either one of those two could have been great.
Yeah.
But dang.
But I'm not a great photographer, as Daryl would say. So
hey, at least you shoot raw.
Yeah. At least I shoot raw.
Whatever. I will outshoot Seth in JPEG. We've been over this.
Yeah, we've been over that. You would outshoot me in JPEG than in raw, but I would be able to fix it and post better than you. So
bullshit.
I would have more tools.
We don't swear as much on the show as we used to, but I am dropping a BS bomb on you.
Oh, that's just Chuck. Come on now.
No, speaking of RTLSs, the folks in California who haven't had a launch in a year and a half, something like that. They got
they had a launch.
Man.
That was beautiful,
and we could see it.
Yes.
I mean, I love the crap that everyone gives Jack out there, Jack Bauer from Bauer, whatever. No one can pronounce it right. Is it Bayer?
Yeah.
You would think with the amount of Starship NSF footage I've watched, I would get it, but no. We how much crap we give them. Like It's like, oh my gosh, we can see it. It's great.
No,
Just fix the fog, really. Clearly it worked that time. Just do that again.
Yeah, the station up in Alaska isn't doing its job enough.
I tell you what though, the one a year and a half ago when that Vandenberg fog had set in, dude, it coming out of the fog and then going right back into it, that was
It's
cool.
dope.
That would
It's
be really
dope.
cool.
I still want to shoot a launch from Vandenberg just because because they launched from Slick 4E
Yep.
and they land at Slick 4 West.
They're so close.
Yeah,
So you can get
basically
the
setting up
dual
for both.
photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can set up for both pretty much. And
Those composites.
Yeah.
It was funny because the day before I saw like photos being posted from double exposures from Gemini, where they would launch the Agena and then launch the Atlas, not the Atlas, the Titan. And I'm like, oh, it's so cool. It'd be cool if we could do that with a return. And then the next day, we got all those from Sentinel.
Those were amazing.
Yeah.
Those were dope.
Derek, if you do it right in Florida, it's possible, but it'd have to be like a really wide ass shot.
Yeah, that'd be wide as hell, and it'd have to be from 40.
Yeah.
And like you wouldn't be able to do it until they start launching Starship and landing Starship from 39A.
Yep.
Which will happen in maybe 10, 25 years.
Yeah.
Make it happen, Elon.
Yeah.
Elon, we have faith. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, it's funny. We have Zach Hall currently is in Texas, and he's not going to see anything because I think he has to leave by Wednesday, and I think the flight's supposed to be by Thursday.
And they even canceled the static fire that was going to be going on tomorrow, I believe.
No one knows if it's going to be a static fire or not. Like it was supposed to be yesterday, and then it was supposed to be today, and then it was supposed to be tomorrow, and then that got canceled.
They've opened up the 4th and 5th for potential flight opportunities, I believe, based on the TFRs.
Yeah, so he's just hopefully he gets a ride a horse at least. I mean,
he's out there sightseeing and surveying land the next time one of us goes. Because
I mean, even the sunset pictures you can get out there with the Starship, some of the silhouettes, that's just, and you're so close just on a public road. Like,
so want to go.
It looks amazing. I want to be there.
So I can just go one day. It'd be great. Yeah. Well, hopefully Gene will let Zach have a pony ride as a constellation. Surprise. So, Derek, how did you get into spaceflight?
So I've been watching like the streams of SpaceX rockets for a while. I mean, I remember in school watching some of them as like the Falcon Heavy, like watching the landings there. That was a big deal for me.
You watched that in school?
Oh
no, you were there for the.
I believe I was at school watching it on my phone when that launched.
Okay, I'm like, man, they watched that in class. Man, that would have been dope.
No, I believe I was watching that on my phone because that was such a big deal with bringing the Roadster in. But I wasn't watching anything in person. I believe there was one launch that I was able to see from my house in PA from Wallops. I was just able to watch it in the distance. And I thought it was so cool, but it wasn't something I was really able to pursue in any capacity until like the end of October, early of November last year. I moved down to Orlando, started to see the launches from here. But then
baby. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Full Sail.
Yeah.
And the first launch that I actually went out for was earlier this year. It was the in-flight abort test for Dragon Crew. What a first launch.
That's a hell of a first launch.
My
first launch my first launch was Falcon Heavy demo, so I guess that could probably be the only thing to top it. But like, still,
I mean,
watching a booster just blow up, it's gotta be a fun first launch.
Yeah, I mean, I had no clue what I was doing at that point. I was like looking. I didn't know who to ask. I was not involved in the community, but I brought my camera, so I'm studying digital cinematography at Full Sail, and I have my background's in video production. So I brought that because I was planning on filming. I didn't have a good lens for it. I didn't have the stuff that's really needed to produce a video. And I started to film it. It was so cool watching it go up, and then it went into the clouds, and I was like, why am I filming it this time? And so at that point, I opened up my camera lens. I went wide. I let go. I locked it down, and I just watched. And I was really fortunate. I was at the bleachers outside of the sand slot, and it just got out of the clouds before it exploded. And it was so cool.
That was cool.
I wish we could have heard that. That's the only thing, because Seth.
We heard something.
Yeah.
The different sounds, like it was hard to distinguish all of what was
I think
what.
the sound. I think the only thing that we heard was the second stage.
Yeah.
Exploded when it hit the ground.
Yes.
But other than that, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I have some video from that. You can see. I don't have a.
Send it.
Great. Yeah, I'm working on pulling that up. There we go.
Man, so, I mean, I do this more often where I don't do the stream. It's just relaxing. Is this how it feels every time, Daryl? I love it.
Yeah.
Just sit back and relax. Don't worry about anything.
Yep.
So I mean, I was so wide you can just barely see the rocket there. That was the first launch I was at. So I was filming it on a 105 millimeter lens. So I mean, I really did not have the equipment for it, but I wanted to give it a try. And at that point, that's about where I gave up and decided to go wide. But that was such a cool launch. And so I continued to watch some of them from my house, and then CRS-20. That was another one where that was a return to launch site. That was at night. And so I decided to go out and see that. And I still didn't have the equipment, but I was able to do a bit better. I was able to plan it out a bit more with how I was shooting and with the stabilization. And this is a re-edit. That's why I have watermarks on it. I didn't watermark all my early stuff, but I mean, I wasn't exposed properly or anything.
I mean, I think you're probably better exposed than. Oh, yeah, that's way better exposed than anything that we. Yeah,
that's a win.
That's pretty good. That's a win.
This is after a significant amount of stabilization. You can see the shaking from me not having my shutter speed set right for the stabilization in post. But there were, that was such a cool launch, watching it land. And as much as you know, like, okay, the rocket's going to land, then we're going to hear a sonic boom. You don't really, I don't think it didn't impact me until we actually saw the rocket land. And it wasn't until after it landed, the sonic boom reached. That was just so cool. And I think that's,
oh, dude, just wait till a Falcon Heavy, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm waiting. It's 3 times as good.
Yes.
And so
the landing's twice as good.
Yeah.
The landing's twice as good. The launch is 3 times as good. Oh yeah.
The crazy thing about the landings, and it really came across good on some of the Sentinel-6 videos that I've seen, is that when that sonic boom comes, you immediately hear the roar of the engines. It's like an explosive start to a landing burn. That's really cool. I really like that. So yeah, so that was like your first ones. How have things progressed for you since?
I mean, it's been going really fast. Honestly, I had no expectations of. I had no clue where anything was going as far as filming rockets. It was just something cool. And then, so I went to a couple more missions, like Starlink 6, I believe, the X-37B spaceplane launch, the USSF-7. Yeah. That one, I went out for a scrub. And then I went out the next day, and it was like 18 seconds it was visible before it disappeared into the clouds. Like it was there and it was gone.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
But at that point I knew, man, I want to keep coming out here. I want to keep seeing, I want to keep filming these launches. And so like demo 2, for the first launch attempt, I was like, okay, I'll get up early in the morning. And then I saw Julia Bergeron's video driving down Max Brewer Bridge. and the RVs parked along the side of the road. I saw this at 1 a.m. I was about to go to bed. I hopped in the van. I drove out there. I got there at like 3. I parked by the water. And then, I forget how it wasn't. It was almost launch time at like 4 p.m. when that scrubbed.
Yep.
So for the next launch attempt, I got there at midnight and I camped out by the water
I think I
on
got there
the
at
east side of Max Brewer Bridge.
Yeah, I got to El Leoncito. I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but across from Kirk Point Riverside Park. Wait, how do you pronounce it? Daryl, do it.
What?
Kirk Point Riverside Park.
Yeah, that's
Come on, Daryl. Like it's like 1 a.m. I was like, I'll get there at like 8 a.m. All right, there won't be that many cars. And then it was like 8 p.m. the night before. Julie goes, "Oh, by the way, Kirk Point parking lot's full." Like,
it was crazy. Okay. I was really lucky. I parked on the grass right by the water. I was able to sleep in the back of the van, and then I had the entire space between the van and the water to myself because Max Brewer Bridge. It's convenient. It is so convenient for all this stuff. Throwing a mattress in the back there, like it works. When I have to, like, I forget which launch it was. There was like a launch. I think it was like an NRAL 44 attempt in the evening or at like 1 a.m. and then a Starlink at like 7 the next morning.
Yep.
Drive up to a parking lot near Max Brewer, camp out there. Like, it's convenient. But yeah, I mean, the crowds for demo 2 were absolutely insane, but I was lucky I had my area to myself to watch that one.
Yeah, I decided like I'm not gonna get photos of like the rocket because like there's gonna be plenty of that stuff, but the crowds are gonna be cooler. And I'm like, when I was thinking, because I was like, I stepped back, like I wasn't even by the river where Julia was and John and Crystal and whatnot. I like stepped back behind the little swings they have. No one was around me. It was perfect. It was like no one wanted to be in that area. I'm like, perfect. This is where I'll watch it and just sit back and relax.
Yeah.
I've yet to do that. Just sit back and actually take one in. I haven't.
Yeah, I didn't really get to see much of demo 2. Like because I was like, I have my back either to the back of it, taking photos of people, or like to the side and taking photos. So,
see, that was the advice. That was the advice I gave to someone the last launch. I forget which launch it was. It was one of the recent launches. There was someone there. They traveled a long distance for their first launch. They just asked about like settings, and I was like, if you do, like if you can, put down your camera. If you want to get something, go wide, get a streak shot, let it deal with that. Mm-hmm. Just watch and experience the launch. And so like I feel like that's the best advice for a first time rocket launch viewer, at least. Just enjoy it.
Someone messaged me like, oh, I got a phone. I want to do a streak. I'm like, dude, don't even try. Like, just because he wanted to print it out and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, here's John Krause, Trevor, like Nathan, like just buy one of their prints and just watch it. Like they're gonna be at the Saturn V Center. I'm like, dude, you're gonna be great. Just sit back, relax, watch it. You'll be fine. I think it was Arabsat. I think it was.
Oh.
Now
he wanted to get like photos of it with his phone. I'm like, you don't even try.
Now, before I had all the equipment, this is actually one of the shots I got with my phone, taking a video locked down. And so like if you find a way to do it where you don't have to mess with your stuff, you can get something worthwhile. But I mean, even so, like you get the sharpening issues, like it. But
this weirdly looks like a painting.
It does.
It really does.
Yeah.
That's just like the stacking of all the artificial. Yeah, it's the stacking of all the artificial stuff the iPhone video does. But
that's so like it looks cool if it was a I mean like it looks cool still.
That looks
but like if it was a painting, that's a really cool painting.
Yeah, I mean it's just there's something about it. It's weird, but
I think still one of my favorite photos I ever took, I think so far, is not even a rocket, it's of a boost of a fairing return. Like I have
Okay.
a picture of like two fairings in between some like posts at the port, and I'm just like, space hardware, space hardware. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, make it black and white. It looks all ominous. Space hardware.
Nice.
I mean,
what's coming up? Oh, sorry. Keep going.
I was just gonna say, and like, as far as my stuff, I didn't have much going that started to spread in rocket communities too much until like one day at the port when they were having some issues with one of the leg retractions, and I happened to be there with one of my friends, Rob, and I caught like one photo of the leg up, one of it midair as it's going down, and one as it's down.
Was that the one that slammed down, or?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then I had
that one.
it was complete chance. That was the first time I think that was the first time I went to see a booster in the port, and I just happened to be there. I wasn't even holding my camera. I was holding my friend Rob's camera at the time, and it was on his camera that I got the shots of the leg falling.
Dude, what is it with first timers and their booster returns or boosters in port? Like yours had the leg falling. My first time actually seeing one coming in was the Crew 1 booster, which had that gangsta lean to it. That's the technical term for it too.
My first phone came in perfectly fine. Well, my second booster was like no one knew when it was happening.
You're not lucky enough to catch the fun stuff.
No, I'm not.
Hey, you ever seen Pegasus?
No. I've seen everything but Pegasus and Blue Origin shit.
Oh, Blue Origin shit.
No one cares about Blue Origin. Whatever.
Yeah.
We don't care about them. They just like bigger rockets. That's all. They just got. They're just.
Come on,
Bezos is just
Yeah. One of the.
I mean.
One of the other first things that actually helped me grow and meet people in this was actually a video took, I think it's Starlink 10, the one that was also the Planet launch.
Yeah.
I got a video of the vapor cone as it passed the speed of sound.
Ooh. I just missed that on March 2020. Oh. I have the vapor cone after like it dissipated as like
I got that whole vapor cone too. Dude. I got both of them in video.
Perseverance was just wonderful.
Dude, Perseverance is the epitome of a ULA launch. We're gonna launch on time or a little bit early, and it's gonna be flawless for an Atlas.
So I posted that one on Twitter, and it catches that part of it.
Oh, nice.
And Elon actually liked that one. And so that one just blew up. I like doubled my followers. Like that one just did crazy well.
It's nice when Elon likes stuff.
Yeah. And so that's, I think that's really what helped helped me meet a lot of the people in the space community. And then for Mars, I got the same vapor cone sort of thing. I think. Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's not great, but you can sort of see the rainbow.
No, it's not big, but yeah, you can. Yeah, mine's at the tail end of it when it's there on the back of the ferry. Yeah, I got a photo of that.
Going back to that one for a second.
Yeah.
If that's the same one, there was a lot of stills. I noticed on a lot of people's stills, and I asked somebody about it, and still nobody's given me an answer. Have you noticed that the vapor cone was not round? It had a hexagonal shape.
Is that...
Dude, hexagons are the bestigons. That is a video as a reference to a video by CGP Grey where he talks about how great hexagons are.
You are lucky I cannot kick you off of the stream right now for that
joke. I mean,
that was his like his thing. It was like hexagons are the bestigons, and he explains why they're the best shape ever.
Derek,
I mean, I can't see much here with my video. This was by 528, I believe.
Okay, a lot of the ones I saw were from folks who took the pictures, I would assume from the press site. It came from a lot of the usual suspects. So
Okay.
when it pitched over, it got to a certain point where, it was, uh, it looked almost straight to them.
Okay.
They weren't seeing it
Huh.
from the side. They were seeing it
Yeah.
almost straight on to the back. And that's where it's really pronounced hexagon
I mean,
vaporwave.
could that just be like, because the fairings have very slight bumps where they connect, correct?
Yes.
Well,
So,
they also have
They're very,
these.
very small.
They also have these little, like, they look like outdoor dryer ducts that point down to the ground, except these point
right,
up. That's
the
the only thing I can
vents.
think of that did it, but it starts, I think, above those. So it's a
Well,
weird effect.
Huh.
there's a thing where like hexagons are like the perfect shape that a lot of things want to
Would
be.
you stop?
No, I'm serious. There's something about like fluid dynamics that like it's hexagons that are things that are like it's like something. It's like the most structurally sound. So maybe they just shut up. I need to rewatch that video because it actually explains like real good stuff about why hexagons are like the best hexagons and
I
stuff like
still cannot take you seriously right now.
that.
I really can't take your explanation seriously right now.
Hexagons are the best hexagons. Gonna be the next Space Export article.
Do it, I dare you. See if that gets approved.
I don't think Zach will. I don't think Zach can
Exactly.
approve that one.
Man.
But so you now shoot for you do. So you do video. You also do photography, right?
I do photography. I feel like photos have an immediate value that isn't necessarily there with video. So I shoot photos and I'm also video primarily for Next Horizon spaceflight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um,
How did that go? How did that come out? Like what? Well, like, you don't need to go into detail, but like, what was your feeling when you first got that that message from Matt being like, "Yo, join us," so something or whatever it was.
that was actually really good. It was out of basically nowhere, and it like I said, I had no expectations of joining press, anything like that. So I got the email, or no, it was a Twitter DM. I should be clear. I got the Twitter DM, just sort of proposing the idea of joining, and so that was in the works like about a month before it all was official. So it was, and then
Yeah, no, it's super cool because like everyone, you kind of like before you join, I was kind of like, oh, man, someone's got to pick this guy up. Like, I mean, like he's a talented video guy. Like he take photos. Like, why is no one bringing him on yet? All of a sudden, then I was talking. I was like, man, yeah, I asked him. I'm like, oh, nice. Like,
yeah, and so something you'll notice as far as like the photos and videos, like so here's one of this is Starlink 11 launch. And so I started this, like I said, backgrounds with video. So I had lots of slow motion, I had B-roll, like just to really tell the experience of the day, the sunrise, fishing, all that. But then it's not until almost a third of the way into the video when we get the launch.
yeah,
And
nice.
I mean, it's a reasonable enough video overall, but those videos don't get as viewers have a short attention span overall.
Oh, very short attention.
If you
span.
don't catch attention quickly, you really lose it. So I've started to sort of move to starting with the launches sooner, and that's what photos. What happens? Like you see what's there from the very beginning. Your story is one frame, and it's just the composition there. And so someone doesn't have to put time allocation to viewing a photo like they do a video. And so it's a lot easier for me to throw up some photos, get photos at the launches. And so like NRAL 101, I got remote photos, still did a video, but it takes a couple hours after to actually get it out there.
Oh God, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, videos are not like straightforward.
Now
Like
look,
not.
I won't bring up my experience editing a video for 101 because, good lord, I have such a brain. But I've been around you when you're going through videos, and not gonna lie, you're fast at cranking those out.
Thank you.
You are
I
you are good
What
on
might be an
fast
hour to
things.
you would be more like 10 hours to Daryl.
well,
Well,
what was it? We were having dinner after. Was it after one? I
yeah,
forget whether it was 101 or Crew One. I had my laptop at the table going through all the videos. We said goodbye, and then I just went out to the parking lot to finish editing and
yeah,
uploading the video.
that was crew one. No,
That was
Yeah.
Crew One.
for
Okay.
annual. Side note on 101, that was your first time ever setting up a pad remote, wasn't it?
That was my very first remote.
All right,
Yes.
congratulations. That was
Did
Thank
a
you.
first for a few of us because
That,
that was my first one, and that was
yeah.
your buddy Zach Shaw's first time too.
yes.
Nice.
It was.
A lot of first timers. It was a good
That
line.
was 101 was my first as well. Joe, they haven't never took. Oh wait, no, I did 44, but
And
yeah, that's true.
I was so fortunate. So many people reached out to me ahead of time, offering advice, just providing their experience. So when I went there, I had like the knowledge of double digits of people combined into here's what the settings should be. Here's where you should not place your camera or it will die. Here's what you should have your MyOp set to have it trigger right. All that stuff. And like make sure you have the sleep mode set properly so you don't run out of batteries, everything like that. But that was not meant as a dig. I am sorry.
It's
um,
okay. It's okay.
but
It happens a lot.
I mean, the rocket photography community is absolutely amazing. And so my very first remote, I mean, I was maybe a tad darker, uh, but we didn't know exactly when it was going to launch because it was right on the window and then it was delayed. And so, but like, I was so fortunate. So like, this being a usable shot is thanks to so many people.
Mhm. Yeah.
That was a great shot. Yeah, with I love the photos of it going through the lightning protection system, just because like you don't realize that it also like it covers way more than just those towers.
Yeah, like
It's like
all the
it's
towers.
just threading the needle through it.
Yeah, it's got a hole. It's got a launch, and it's actually it's funny talking about
Is that the lens you use that on?
This is the lens.
How dirty was it?
Unusable.
dude.
Oh, really?
No,
It's
44 made a
gone.
mess.
It's a gone lens.
Oh,
I had it. I had my garbage bag. It was duct taped tight around the front. My lens, as well as Crystal, was set up like right next to me. I believe her lens was pounded
Mhm.
by the combination of the smoke and the water from the sound suppression system. And so, yeah, I'm still gonna try to get it usable, but not looking.
So
Not
yeah,
looking likely.
they pour a bunch more water on the pad now.
They
That
do.
probably got a few more people than normal.
there was
The water.
there was also, and I noticed this from the press site. There's even water that comes like from the top of the mobile launcher. Like it just like shoots out the top and just rains down.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be a lot of spots where we were before. That's gonna be a no go now because of the
it made a
water.
mess.
You think that like you get worrying about like, oh, I don't want to die for the freaking explosion happening 100 feet away, and all of a sudden you get by the water
No,
afterwards.
look, everybody said that launch made a mess. Like more
Yeah, it
than
made a huge mess.
Nautilus normally does.
Yeah, I'm looking at the. I'm trying to see if I can see the sound suppression.
Yeah.
And
First,
stuff
it's
in
the
video.
new boosters were probably a little bit dirtier, and then
That a lot more water.
a lot more water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Atlas is the Atlas God is just taking more cameras with it. It's just getting worse.
Yep.
Who's ready for Vulcan?
The altar of the rocket gods. That's what it is.
That'll be good.
And actually,
Dude, I really hope that Vulcan Heavy becomes a thing because that'd be sexy.
Well, actually, I take back everything we were just talking about. It wasn't about the sound suppression system. It was the smoke itself, because all of the smoke went to the south. All of my cameras were either to the east of it or to the south. So all three of mine got schmutz on it. There were a couple of people set up on the other side of the flame trench. Absolutely clean. no problems. So
Yeah,
you never gave us the smoke.
I was south, but I mean, when I say my camera was pounded with water, there was water inside of the lens.
Yeah.
I still have dirt on my sensor that I cannot get cleaned off. I have a new cleaning liquid coming. I'm trying to get that off.
Or you have to go to like a professional and get that done if it doesn't work with that.
Because I mean, you're not getting it off with a blower. Yep.
Sensor swabs.
Yeah.
I even have like a sensor brush,
Ooh.
and it's on there. I'm
eBay.
getting the disposable with the liquid, and I'm gonna. It's stuck on there.
I'm telling you, I've heard this thing. Sell it on eBay. Apparently, people will pay a little bit extra for something that's been like damaged by a rocket. Okay.
It's been touched by a god.
Well, see, if I do that, I'll get this to like an acceptable state again. Then I'll put it somewhere. It'll get like wrecked, so it has the burn scars on it, that sort of thing.
Dude,
and I'll put it in front of the flame trench on a notable launch. It was like destroyed by crew 2, burnt like camera lens.
You know, and it's funny.
Yes.
On Everyday Astronaut stream of the Chang'e 5 lander launch, I even said in his live chat, I paid to make sure he read this too. I said, if the powers that be would let me, I would set up a camera right in the flame trench at 39A. I've got the disposable camera. I mean, I don't have the disposable camera, but I'm dumb enough to try.
I want to.
Yeah, you throw your R there, right?
I'm.
Ooh.
So Daryl, y'all know this. I'm planning on getting video stuff for the pad set up, and so there are a few different things I want to do to improve that. But something in the flame trench is definitely in my goals.
Yes.
I think we've talked about this, but like, can you use the sound trigger like a MIAPS in the video mode of a DSLR?
It depends. A lot of them are limited. You're able to switch the button configuration in some custom modes. It is very dependent, and at that point, you're also dealing with the sound trigger. I believe you'd also have to have it lock, because then you're constantly pressing the button as the sound happens.
Yeah.
So.
Does that be dope to have get like an EOS R5 and do like what 8K like? Or no, RS5.
You really want to leave one of those out at the pad?
Maybe.
Do you really want to leave one of those out at the pad?
In an armored box. in the right box. I don't know how. Dude, I so want the R6 so bad. R6, I so want. I want. People buy me, please.
Go support us on Patreon.
And speaking of that, we have a Patreon link. Don't worry about the Ruds Podcast Patreon link. Seth Kurkowski, I have my own Patreon link.
I have my own Patreon link. Thank you very much.
And Daryl, where's your Patreon link? Do you not have a Patreon? Oh, you're such a loser.
It's all right, Seth. We got it.
We'll
get the new equipment.
0. How many people are supporting you on Patreon, Daryl? Yep, exactly. So, I think. Okay. So, what do we have coming up this? What? What 101?
sorry. Now y'all can hear me. When were y'all gonna tell me?
We were hearing you.
Oh, well, y'all could. Everyone else could. So anyway.
Oh
Wait,
no.
wait.
Going back to 101.
No one could hear you on stream the entire stream.
No. Just now. I'm fiddling with the.
Oh, that's my mom saying that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you, Mom.
Hey, Colleen, how's it going? How are you?
No.
Thanks
Anyway,
for making such a wonderful child.
Going back for a second, talking about 101. After Crew 1 had happened, like 2 days later, I was talking to a few people, and they said, yeah, for some reason, after we set up our remotes for Crew 1, something set off our cameras, and we got this great sunset picture of the pad. I'm like, yeah, an Atlas, duh. Like, oh, that's what set it off. It literally went right over their cameras. I'm not
Listen, some of us are just not smart, man. All right, just not.
Yeah.
A little slow.
I'm not gonna say who those folks were because they're listening.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me either because I didn't set up for Crew 1 at the pad.
Yeah.
But they're like, yeah, we can't figure out what set off our camera, but it happened at just.
I think it was you. I have a feeling it was Derek. I'm just getting a Derek vibe from that.
Oh yeah, you saw my Crew 1 remote shots. Definitely. I was definitely on the list for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't set up for that one? All right.
Nope.
I was just happy to go actually go watch it at the press site. That was cool.
The viewing on site, being around so many people that care so much was amazing.
But
were you at the Air Force site or were you at 39A? Was that 39? I mean, NASA press site or the Air Force press site?
Air Force side.
Air Force side.
Here's the thing, though. That's not the same spot you watch, Atlases and other Falcons take off.
Oh no! I figured you're probably, you're
Ooh,
probably somewhere else.
That spot. Oh man, bring a machete and some bug spray to that. That was bad.
I bet.
That was bad.
I bet probably doesn't get used that often.
Like them little mosquitoes almost carried me away. They were that bad.
Oh, thank God! I could have had a new host. Oh, so close. Man, I could have had John Van Hoor as my new host the entire time, man. Oh,
really?
What?
What? So,
what?
Derek,
did I say that out loud?
Derek, what's the future got in store for you?
The future? Yeah. Oh, well.
Derek, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh my God, it's like a job intern.
You see,
interview.
I don't plan a week ahead, let alone a year ahead, let alone 5 years.
Well, you're not getting the job, dude.
Now, I mean, I'd love to work doing video for SpaceX or ULA or NASA. Like that'd be a dream. That'd be absolutely amazing. For now, it'll be keep on doing what I'm doing, making videos with Next Horizons, and then I'll graduate and have a little bit more free time in this summer. So
yeah, when do you graduate?
As of now, I'm looking at June.
June. So how's the projects? Daryl won't understand this, but how the projects were going up? Well, they're getting more difficult.
I'm a little bit behind in schoolwork right now. I got to be honest.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate to say over a stream with your parents watching.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
You can see my mom in the chat. She's like, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" I thought these people knew you. That's not a question you ask.
Seth went for the whole 5 years. I'm just asking about anything like on the immediate horizon, any projects we should look at or something. Seth was trying to get all philosophical job interview.
You said in the future, and I just thought, I'm like, every interview I've ever had, it's like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm like,
oh, well, I will make up an answer for that for certain. I see myself at your company doing this position, working hard. But in the immediate time, keeping on with the videos. Like I said, I hope to get some upgrades to the quality with remotes and all that sort of stuff very soon. So some more plans in that regard. I'd love to go see my family for Christmas. That's very dependent on, the Cape. So if we could get a launch plan sometime soon, that'd be great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other than that,
That'd be nice if they get their stuff together and we can get a launch. That'd be nice. Oh, they've already had a few launches, but they need more. Not enough launches. I think any more. I don't think there's no more Starlinks. There's Cirrus-21.
Starlinks go whenever.
Yeah, they kind of fill in whenever, but I don't think there's any more planned for this year. Maybe one or two, but I know there's no. They got Cirrus-21, but I think that's it. No more ULA launches.
Sirius XM is something.
Oh, yes. Sirius is supposed to have a launch too, but I think that was supposed to be like end of November. I have no idea where that is now.
As far as I'm aware, it's just December is what we have right now. So it's that we've got 108, we've got 44 at the beginning of 2021 or many years from now. Who knows?
It's already been on the pad for over a year.
Yeah,
like
it's
the queen of 30. It's the queen of the Cape. All right,
pretty much.
That booster is the queen of the Cape.
It is a beautiful rocket.
It's a beautiful.
I have spent so much time admiring. I've now driven past it a few times. I've seen its engines light. I mean, like
we were driving out there for 101. And it's just kind of like, oh, there she is. Let's see you again. But like it's an old friend. She's an old friend. Like it's gonna be. I'll be honest. I might cry when she leaves.
It'll be sad. It'll be a sad day.
It'll be sad. We've come to know this booster so well.
Yes.
All its quirks.
I'm gonna be that one odd man out saying it's about damn time.
Now, something I think is interesting. Have you saw the color difference from like when it arrived at the pad? Like, it's such a different color now.
Yeah, it's gotten some gray hairs. You know, it's shown some wrinkles.
Yeah, by the time SLS launches, it's gonna be worse. It's the same phone.
By the time SLS gets there, it's already gonna be on its last leg. It's already gonna be like just launch me, like or worse.
It's
like that thing is gonna be that thing will have gray hair and wrinkles.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. So. So guys,
go ahead.
Is that gonna be a show? I do want to bring up something else. It's really cool. The group you shoot for Next Horizon Spaceflight. Thank you, Matt Cutshall in chat, for bringing this up for us too.
Matt's in chat?
Yes, he is. They have a thing going. If you go look for them at Next Horizons SF on Twitter, they're doing a charity fundraiser for STEM programs from now until December 15th. Every $5 donated gets you into a drawing to receive an 8x10 or 11x14 print. So go check them out. There's a lot of great.
Is it Derek's print?
Is it what?
Mine will be one of the prints.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
All right, nice. I'm down.
They're all doing some great work. Give Next Horizons a like, a follow. Check out their stuff. They got great people shooting and writing for them. It's some great stuff y'all are doing. Really like it. And some great people too.
Thank you.
Yeah, Matt's a great guy, and he runs a great shop over there. So
he does.
Runs a good ship. So, yep. Is that a show for us?
I think that'll do it. Derek, where can people keep up with you and your content?
Oh, I am everywhere. If you want to see everything that I share, Twitter, it's at Derek is Wise. My name's Derek Wise. I'm basically Derek is Wise everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, I'm Derek Wise Photo. I have a TikTok if you need some laughs.
Yeah, you do.
I've seen this.
I throw up that. Those are some. I throw up some videos there that are not shared on Twitter. That
they're great.
They're interesting.
They're great. Whenever you post, it show up on my For You page right away.
I'm glad to hear that.
TikTok knows I'll enjoy it.
It's I do some edits of rocket launch videos to weird TikTok trends. I throw a little shade from time to time. I've mostly thrown shade at ULA. I love ULA, but
they're so easy to make fun of. They're the friend that's
I
super,
love you,
they're the-
ULA, though. If you were watching this, Tori Bruno, you're amazing.
Yeah, Tori Bruno is watching our stream, obviously. ULA is like the friend that just says stupid things, but you love them anyways for it. Like you just can't. You have to make fun of them.
You
It's
gotta
me.
love ULA.
It's me and every friend's group, pretty much.
Yeah. So, all right, guys.
All right.
That's gonna do it. Everybody, keep an eye out for all of our coverage of CRS 21 coming up this Saturday.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't
Yeah.
wait. All right,
See ya.
everybody. See y'all next time.
Thanks for having me.